What's good, everybody? It's your boy Rob back with another video, and I'm here to talk to you about 1 week later with the iPad Pro 11. Now, this is the M2 version of the iPad, and there's not much difference with this iPad and the last generation iPad. So most definitely, this isn't something that last year's M1 iPads. If you got the M1, don't even think about updating. You're not gaining any much more in performance. You're not gaining anything extra from a display type technology. So the same experience you have with the last one, and even before the M1, if you're still got the A15 and 14 and they're servicing you well, then this is something where I could look at it as if you're maybe 3 generations back, you want to refresh, you want something that's a little bit more modern as far as the build. If you have one of the Air models or something like that, then yeah, think about getting this. And even if you can find an M1, save yourself some money and get the M1. Now, as far as the functionality of this tablet, it basically depends on what do you use a tablet for. Now, me being somewhat of a creative person on YouTube, I tend to find more reasons to use this tablet. I can use it as an editing tool. I can use it as a way to just add to my workflow as a secondary display when I use it with my regular Mac Mini or my MacBook. So you may share some of the same reasons why I may want it, but at the same time, I think your average consumer basically just like to have something that's a little bit more compact than a actual laptop. So with that in mind, if you're just doing basic, let's say browsing some YouTube, listening to music, then there's not that much of a reason for you to want to spend this extra cash or something that's expensive. You can pretty much go for one of the lesser iPads, the Air, or one of the more cheaper versions, and pretty much get the same experience. Now, what I find very unique about this iPad is that teamed up with the hub that I have here, it can be used as a actual, I don't want to say a replacement for a laptop, but it can come pretty close to actually replacing my MacBook Air, especially if you do not want to lug around your MacBook, depending on if you have the 16-inch version of the MacBook. The 14-inch MacBook Pro isn't too much of a problem to carry around. In comparison to my Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus, the thing that separates me maybe using this one as far as my workflow is the fact that it's the ecosystem and the actual apps itself run a little bit better with the with this iPad Pro 11. One of my biggest problems has always been with Android tablets is the fact that a lot of times the app developers really don't try to take the time to make a tablet version of their apps. So you're pretty much getting mobile apps on a very big display, and in some cases it does not pan out as well as it does when you're using that same app on a phone. So with that in mind, I like I said, I love my Tab S8 Plus, but at the same time, me having a lot of Apple products, MacBooks and iMacs and what have you, and Mac Minis and what have you, I can work the iPad into my workflow much easier than I can a Samsung tablet. So with that in mind, like I said, the first week with this has been a interesting week. Uh, I do use it when it comes to creating videos like this and creating my thumbnails more so than I do with the Galaxy Tab 8 Plus. So with that in mind, if you're in the Apple ecosystem, if you're maybe 3 generations behind and you want to spend that extra money and take that what I call big flex, I prefer the 11 Pro over the 12.9 iPad Pro. This just seems like a much better fit as far as just carrying around, and something that if you want to use without attaching it to some type of hub or what have you, works out much better as far as just day-to-day activities and getting those daily tasks done. So again, I'll leave the links to this iPad Pro down below. This is the M2 version, 256 gigabyte variant that I do have. And if you're interested in it, hit my links down below and pick yourself up one. But for the most part, that pretty much does it with my first week. I guess I would say I really enjoy it. It fits into my lifestyle. And if it fits into yours, by all means, get yourself one. So until the next video, catch everybody later.